So that's essentially summarizes the RF report and the need for the proposed site. And I'd be happy to answer any questions with respect to that, or I can turn it over to Mr. Angley, or Attorney Angley, excuse me, to continue on.
Quick update on some
Thank you very much.
developments and considerations. His area, Joe, you want to take a couple minutes to review what's this one?
They're looking at their budget, town's budget for emergency management and emergency operations overall, and certainly that would include those parts of it that would relate to the future needs with fulfillment once the decision is made for the date for ceasing to generate power and then beyond that. And that's just a component of the overall emergency management budget for the town. But there's still many things they have to consider, including the recent preparations for the storm that is town-wide, as well as that component that building is preparing for in case the government shutdown. And Aaron is meeting tomorrow, as a matter of fact, MEMA, the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency, which is the state counterpart of FEMA in Washington, and FEMA representatives are going to be there also. So it's glad to see, and never questioned otherwise, that the ongoing process of the Office of Emergency Management continues to look at the emergency management and emergency operation needs in a comprehensive manner for the whole town. And that's good. That's the way it should be.
Committee question. Old business. I have one item. Joe and Heather were able to attend the tour of the program facility on January 15th, and thought it'd be useful to get a quick briefing on their impressions and what they saw and any considerations. The rest of the members here, the last time we went on a tour, I think it was about a year and a half ago, and at that time, I think the big thing that we saw in terms of other tours we've been on was energy was unveiling a flex system that they were developing, and the event of the station blackout and need for clean water supply for the reactor and that's for the fuel pool. So I assume that Joe and Heather had an opportunity to look at various options for their best thing to talk on what they saw.
Dave did a great job doing the tour, and it was so helpful to actually read with somebody in real time, ask questions, and see all of the stuff that I put down. Now, we talked about one thing that kind of struck me, I guess I'm not really good spatially when I look at maps and kind of consider different. But when we saw the pads or the backpack stores, to me, it did seem like it was really close to Cape Cod. It's different when you're just getting a number, but when you have a visual on something, it does sort of put it into perspective. It's a good feeling how close it is.
Do you have any thoughts about the systems that they have in place there as far as what you explained?
I mean, Dave showed us all the different systems and what to actually see where they were like really help patients. It was a good tour, and it's very helpful to me.
Right. Go.
It helpful to me also. I agree with Heather. We took our time, and since it was so new, I had never been in such a facility before. And we asked a lot of questions, and there was no hesitancy on the part of Dave to explain in his response whatever level of detail was necessary to answer the questions. I felt comfortable with the answers that were provided. There was, some always wonder about is the entity that you're meeting with, are they being open, and so forth, and they absolutely were, at least the impression that I had. It was a very comfortable interchange, and we asked similar questions about the redundancy in the system, as well as the water backup in case there was a problem, two huge tanks, and even inquired about the town's system to resupply those tanks once there was a drawdown, put out if they were needed to pump inside the facility. Could the town provide continuous pressure and water to keep those tanks at an adequate level? And the answer we got was comfortable that yes, they would have to, in order to do that, they would have to cut back on other parts of town, and that made sense. Whoever might have been impacted, if that ever comes to fruition, would, even though they might lose their water for a while, would be pleased, I would think, to know that they have to give up a little water for a while for their own safety. And I was also inquired about the physical security of the facilities, since I had some background in some of that from and was comfortable with what was explained with the different levels of the facility overall. So, yeah, it's an old plant, but I'm old, so I can relate to that. And again, I think they went out of their way to try and be helpful. And we even had, we were surprised, Heather and I, that Chuck was nice enough to be part of a surprise welcoming committee that we ran into on the internal part of the plant also. And we even had, we were surprised, Heather and I, that we would never. Chuck was nice enough to be part of a surprise layer. By the time we may finally get into the thread every time we go home. But that wasn't the case. It was just comforting to know that there were all those different levels of security to get through, to get in, as it should be.
You both able to get into the control room area to see the scramble plan.
And they was very helpful in explaining all the dials and the 4 or 5 different sections of the floor and redundancy to it and so forth. So it was very helpful in understanding a complicated and complex process, which we asked, because of the nature of wasn't it more complicated and complex and needed more systems and redundancy than, say, a conventional fossil fuel utility plant? And the answer, as we expected, we would, yes.
Well, you weren't on the committee at the time, but last July, last summer, we had an opportunity to visit the Children's World Simulator facility. And since you were there, they did everything pretty much as you saw. Looked at that, every in terms of procedures. Yeah, that's a good mantra. Except for when
We weren't supposed to touch anything in the real plant either, and there were certain areas that roped off, and the impression we got from Dave was if you even breathed on the other side of it when it disappeared. But it was good, and again, the redundancy and safety was very reassuring.
Your plants, dosimeters, and you're showing that you can go out.
Yeah, it was
You're-
fine.
Yeah, you look, both look good.
You guys have just done our tool with this kind of
Yeah,
process
yeah.
and
Yes.
put together with everything else that's done that has to-
Were we able to ask the tourist center what changes have taken place since last the storm? I think that if we- Yeah.
You know, I had asked during the NRC, Mr. Radisson and stuff last spring
Mhm.
about, whether essential pool would be kept and if there was damage. And they didn't really quite answer me. And Dave, I did ask Dave that
Mhm.
question, and he said, you know, if needed to be there, it would have to be there, essential pool, you know, that not all of the essential definitions.
Right, right.
I know at the meeting, last week, the board of selectmen, we're still talking about having a permanent repository, but, you know, nobody wants to have nuclear in their backyard, and I don't think that we're gonna get public to be okay with barges full of spent fuel and trains transporting spent fuel across the line with this stuff. I mean, we don't want it, but probably going to be here.
You bring up an interesting point. I know last March, when he was here, question would come up about what happens if the reactor building is going to be cool here, and the NRC technical staff there were assuming that there would be techniques available at such time to be able to safely transfer dead canisters, you know, despite some of these out of the dead canister to the big canister on the field. But that remains to be seen. At least that's the game plan. I think you reflected on it. I thought we should refer to that statement for the selectmen.
The concern we've talked a little bit about before, but to build on what Harry was saying, Pilgrim's no different than any of the other similar facilities around the country with regard to the storage issue and the public's view of them and concerns with them. The problem is not the town, or in my view, the facilities themselves. The problem is the federal government. They created the problem and they haven't solved the problem. And hopefully, although I suspect many don't hold out much hope for it, but since the Congress created the laws that set up the NRC and the Department of Energy responsibilities, and the various plant facilities around the country have to comply with all those rules and regulations that come down from the federal government. If there are inadequacies in those rules, then the pressure has to be put back on the Congress and the federal agencies to modify their rules to whatever changes are necessary. And that, in my view, also includes, to the extent there may be shortfalls in decommissioning funds. Washington created the problem and they need to fix the problem. It shouldn't be dumped on the states, but dumped on the towns who are impacted. It's a reality. I served 40 years in Washington, and how the system works. And the congressional delegation of Massachusetts, whether it's now or continuously for however many years, needs to keep putting pressure on Washington to help bring this a solution about for these kinds of problems it created, and for the other states throughout the country and all the local jurisdictions who are similarly impacted now or will be in the future.
So in that regard, is it really any different than what the feds have in place right now for base area enclosure and base area alignment, RAC and Superfund? I mean, just another thing that they really need to deal with?
They do and they don't often do a good job at it. They create problems and then leave them up to the state and local governments to fix. We used to refer to some of that as unfunded liabilities. And there sure are a hell of a lot of them around. And in my view, this is another one of them, a large one. And as I say, hopefully, better minds can be brought to bear on the issue in the future than have been brought to bear on the issue in the past. So there can be some much better solution and relief for the states and local government.
Any questions for me? If you have any,